Chapter 2.6, Day 1. Writing equation in point-slope form. Point-slope form is written as y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. It's a point-slope form of an equation where the x1, y1 are the points and m is slope. This type of equation is used when one of the point is given and the m is given. So again, when the point and the slope is given, then we use the equation y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Example number 1. Writing an equation using a slope and a point. Write in point-slope form an equation of the line that passes through the given point and slope. So example number 1 is that point is given and the slope is given. And from the definition of point-slope form, we have a formula that is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Now x1, y1 is this point and the m is the slope, that is 2 over 3. Now we are going to use this point, that is x1 y1, for x1 y1 here, and then the slope m as 2 over 3. So let's write this equation here, y minus 1 equals 2 over 3 x minus 6. So remember, there is a 2 negatives now because one negative is from the formula and this negative 6 is x1 point. So now we're going to simplify this. To simplify, we are going to distribute. Or first of all, just make this sign positive because 2 negatives make it positive. Now we are going to distribute. So when you distribute, you're going to get y minus 1 equals 2 over 3x plus 2 over 3 times 6. You can either write just 6 or you can just write 6 over 1, and when you solve it, you're going to get y minus 1, 2 over 3. Now when we solve this one, it's going to be 6 divided by 3 is 2, or just 4, because 6 divided by 3 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4. Now to solve this completely, we're going to add 1 on both sides. So when you're going to add 1 on both sides, you're going to get y equals 2 over 3x plus 5. Because adding 1 here, adding 1 here, you're going to get 4 plus 1, that is 5. We're going to try the problems number 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to discuss after you try. For number 1 here, the point that is x1, y1 is given as 1, 2. M is the slope that is given as negative 4. The formula for the point slope is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. You're going to substitute the x1, y1 as 1, 2. So 1, 2. And m is going to be negative 4. Distribute the negative 4 inside, you're going to get negative 4x plus 4. Add 2 on both sides, you're going to get negative 4x plus 6. Remember, when you add the number, you have to take care that you only combine with the like term. Now for number 2, the x1, y1 is negative 2, negative 1, m is negative 4. Point slope formula is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. y1 is negative 1, you plug it in here for y1, and x1 is negative 2, you plug it in for x1. The 2 negative will make it positive 1, here the 2 negative will make it positive 2. Now you're going to distribute the negative 4 inside, and you're going to get y plus 1 equals negative 4x minus 8. So negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Plus 1 on both sides, you're going to get y equals negative 4x minus 9. x1, y1 is 0, 2. You're plugging it for x1 here is 0. y1 is 8. M is negative 3. distribute, or just remember this is going to be just x minus 0 is x. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Plus 8 on both sides, you're going to get the equation y equals negative 3x plus 8. Now let's do the example number 2, that is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So let me write down the formula for that. That is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So the point for this one is x1 comma y1, so which is this one, x1 comma y1. So x1 comma y1 is, in this case, is negative 6 comma 4. Remember, we take the x1 comma y1 if there is a negative sign, and our point would be x1 y1. If there is a positive sign, then we are going to list this point as negative 6 comma, and y1 is 4, so negative 6 comma 4. Slope is m, that is in front, that is negative 9. So you can also look at this problem like that. So y minus 4 minus 9, x minus minus 6. Or the cool hint is that if it's a positive here, if the positive sign is here, then you list this as a negative 6. Similarly, if there is a positive sign, you list this y1 as a negative. If it's a negative, then you list this number as a positive. So for example, in the letter A here, so this is negative and this is negative, so we are going to make them positive 3 comma 8, and the slope, when you compare with the given formula, that is m, and in this case is 5. Next is letter B. So again, if this is a positive and positive, we are going to write them negative 10 comma negative 4. Remember, this is x1 and this is y1. So if it is positive, we're going to write them into negative, and the slope is negative 2. We write them into negative because in the formula we compare it with the negative. So if there is a positive sign, then we compare with the negative. We'll make it negative 10 comma negative 4. For letter C, again x1 is 7 because it's already negative here, and this is plus 1, so we're going to change it to negative 1. So point is 7 comma negative 1. Slope, there is no number in the front, so it's going to be negative 1, so slope is negative 1. For letter D, you're going to have x1 as 9, and this is positive, so we're going to make it negative 2. And the slope is going to be 3 because m is in the front is 3. For E, you can write this equation in this form if you like, because you're going to compare it with the main equation, the formula that is written in this form. When we compare with this formula right here, you're going to get 0 comma 12 as your point, and your slope is going to be negative 1. Now just remember, recalling point slope form is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. It's important to remember opposite signs. So just remember, we talked about if there is a positive sign, then it means that x1 y1 is negative, and if there is a negative sign, that means that x1 comma y1 are positive. So you're going to do the practice on point slope form, and we will go over once you try these questions on the bottom. Please pause this video, everyone, and try these problems and then check your answer with me. So for number 1, the point is 7 comma 0 and slope is 1, and the point slope formula is this one. Use x1 7 and y1 as 0 and plug it in for x1 y1. Slope is 1, so plug it in here. You can leave the answer like that because it said in the statement that you can write only in point slope form. I just went ahead and wrote it in a form of slope intercept form. For number 2, the x1, y1 is -8 comma -5, m is 3 over 4. Just remember the opposite sign, so it means right away you can use this as a +5 for y1, +8 for 8, or you can just write the negative first and then make it positive. But the point is that you're going to use the opposite sign. If it is a negative, then use for positive. Slope is 3 over 4. You can leave the answer here because it's at point slope form. So this is a point slope form. I went ahead and distributed this 3 over 4 inside, and then this is 3 over 4x plus 3 times 4 times 8. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so this is going to be 6. Then subtract 5 on both sides. You're going to get 6 minus 5 is 1. Remember, this is a slope-intercept form. In the question, it didn't ask me to write the slope-intercept form, but anytime if it asks me to write in a slope-intercept form, these are the steps I'm going to do and have the y by itself. If it tells me write only point slope form, then I will stop here. For number 3, I'm going to use opposite sign again. So y minus y1, this is y1, m, that is 2, x minus x1, this is 3, and I will leave it here because it's in point slope form. Number 4 again is going to ask me to write into y minus y1, so y1 is 1, equals m, that is -5, x minus x1, and x1 is -9, so we're going to use opposite sign, that is +9. I'm going to leave the question here because it's that point slope form. Number 5, y plus 6 equals m, x plus 7. This one was easy to make it y by itself, so subtract 6 on both sides, you get y equals x plus 1. Y plus 10 equals 4 over 3, x minus 8. Point slope form of the equation. Y minus 4 equals -5, x minus x1, that is 0. So this becomes just x, so -5 times x. If you want to make it slope-intercept form, all you have to do is +4 on both sides. For number 8, y minus 0 equals -13 times x minus 2. You can leave it here because it's just a point slope form, and this is the point slope form. For number 9, y1 is 6, so y minus y1, so y minus 6 equals m, that is 3, x minus x1, x1 is 1, so y minus 6 equals 3x minus x1 is the point slope form of the equation. For number 10, y minus y1, so y1 is 0, equals m, that is 5, x minus x1. So if it is minus already, you're going to use opposite sign, that is +5. So here is this point slope form of the equation passing through this point, and slope is 5.